has so much sightseeing to offer, and after exploring, if you're looking to wind down with a glass of vino, we might just have a place in mind for you. Here to tell us about Rabbit Ridge Winery and Vineyards located in Paso Robles is winemaker Eric Russell, joined with his wife, and involved with winery options is Joanne. Welcome, Eric and Joanne.
Thank you. How are
Thank you.
you?
Good morning.
Hey, we're starting off talking about a little wine, which I'm very okay with. So, Eric, how did you first get into winemaking?
I was teaching school in Southern California, and for all of those who taught their kids during the pandemic, you will know that teaching a whole bunch of kids will get you to drink really quickly. And I realized it's going to be a lot cheaper to make wine myself than to keep buying it. So I started making wine in my garage. And then in 1979, I came north. I stopped teaching and got a job at a winery, and 2 years later started my own little winery.
Oh, wow. Well, it's very entertaining to hear how you started. And yes, I think making your own is definitely a lot more saving a little bit money there. So it's a lot of people's dreams to have their own winery. You accomplished that goal when you found Rabbit Ridge Winery and Vineyards. What are some of the reasons behind the staying power of your winery over the many years?
I think it's always because we started very small. You know, my first harvest was 2 barrels of Zinfandel and 2 barrels of Chardonnay. Wanted to make sure if I couldn't sell it, I could at least drink it. And one of the things that I've always specialized in with my wines is we don't make just standard wines like Zinfandel or Cabernet. I've always done very unusual blends of many different varieties. I'll just kind of put them together. My wife calls me the mad scientist. And I mean, it's, you know, everybody, some wineries just specialize in Cabernet or Zinfandel. And, you know, it's sort of like food. You know, I love filet mignon, but I wouldn't want to have it every day. So by making different wines and different blends, you know, I keep myself excited. I mean, I keep telling myself I'm too old to keep working, but I keep having fun, so I keep doing it.
Hey, and you're making new flavors and keeping it fun, so I love it. And Joanne, why is Paso Robles becoming a popular location for winemaking?
Well, I think there's such diverse soils, and the microclimate here is really exciting. It can be 10 degrees cooler from 20 miles around, and we're just 30 minutes from the coast. So we get some coastal influence. So the soils, the microclimate, the different varieties of soil, the limestone, the clay, they all provide what a lot of the grapes want. And I think it's just a great chance for winemakers to be artists and to create things using these different soils that are at hand.
And Joanne, how can regular folks like myself learn to judge wines for themselves? Because I go to wineries, I have my glass of wine, I know to spin the glass a little bit and smell it, but how can we really learn how to do it correctly?
Well, we always say there's no wrong wine. If you like it, then it's a good wine. But I think experimenting is really the best way. You can try certain producers and see if you like certain ones better than another, and then broaden from that. But the basics are, if you want it to smell good when you first put it to your nose, you want, when you taste it, to be pleasant and to finish through the mouth. And I think really, again, just trying different wines, trying different regions, trying different countries, and finding what style you like. Do you like soft, maybe fruity wines, or do you like big, bold, tannic wines? So it really is experimenting, I think.
Okay. And then, Joanne, I mean, summer's here. We're all trying to get out and be out and about more often. And your wine, you just recently opened your wine tasting patio. Tell us about that.
Yes, we are so excited. After being closed for a long time with COVID, we have two areas now. We have a beautiful outside picnic area when it's very pretty and cool. You sit around, you can hear the birds chirping. It's actually pretty quiet out there other than nature. And when we get a little warmer, as we do in the summer, we have a really fun inside barrel room now. You're surrounded by actual barrels in the winery, so you smell the oak. it's more cellar light, dark with really cool lighting. So it's kind of intimate and very cool, literally natural cooling of the cellar. So you have both options so that if the weather's warm, you're inside. If it's beautiful, you're outside. And our new staff and new team, they decorated it just really a lot of fun.
Oh, perfect. And I have to ask you both really quick, do you have a favorite wine that you could tell our viewers about?
I'm actually a white wine drinker, so I drink Chardonnay. A lot of people don't like, oh, Chardonnay, it's just that classic. But my husband makes beautiful oaky Chardonnays. I love that creamy style. It's big enough, but I love red wines in the evening, but I like white wine while I'm cooking. And I do love Chardonnay, but I also love he's just created a lovely Sauvignon Blanc that will be out a little later.
Ooh.
But the Chardonnay, we do other very, different whites as well. But I like Chardonnay.
I'll have to try because I'm a Chardonnay girl myself. Thank you so much, you guys. And for more on this California winery, visit rabbitridgewinery.com.